Hello, this is Joe Welinske, Program Manager for ConveyUX, and that's the annual UX conference that is in Seattle, and it's been every year for the past 4 years, and our fifth event is coming up in Seattle, February 28, March 1, and March 2, and I get to interview another one of our interesting speakers for the conference. Today I'm visiting with Margaret Price from Microsoft. Hello, Margaret. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing really good today as well. Where are you speaking to us from today?
I'm speaking to you from my office in Redmond.
All right, well, great. Well, I want to introduce you to our audience a little bit, so maybe talk a little bit about your background and the types of things that you're involved with at Microsoft.
Yeah, so I'm a principal design strategist here at Microsoft, and I focus on studying human-to-human interaction as a metaphor, an analogy, for human-to-technology interaction. And so my background specifically lies in studying human nature and monitoring the cultural landscape, so doing a lot of qualitative research to understand people, the way that people interact, what they like, what they dislike, what their preferences are, to identify areas for business, marketing, brand, or product strategy. So prior to Microsoft, my career was in agencies or consulting for a variety of clients, from the agricultural machinery world to electronics to CPG to retail. So I've been at Microsoft for the past 2 years now, focused on inclusive design.
Well, I'd like to talk with you a little bit more about your conference topic, but first of all, I just thought I would ask you if there's any particular aspect of inclusive design that you're currently passionate about, something that's taken up a lot of your interest right now.
Yeah, so right now I'm heavily focused on understanding cognitive inclusion. So much of what inclusive design touches upon are capabilities and limitations, behaviors, expectations of people, and how we can understand those things to design better experiences. And ability areas around cognition are even more complex to unravel and more challenging to identify. So trying to understand, how we think and how that manifests in our behavior, how to take those insights and apply them back into our product is my current passion area that I'm exploring and figuring out here at Microsoft.
Well, you've mentioned that you're involved with inclusive design at Microsoft. I think most people are familiar with accessibility, accessible design, universal design. How would you define the what inclusive design covers, or what Microsoft's definition is for that?
Absolutely. So inclusive design is a methodology that embraces human diversity to allow for better products, better experiences, a better social structure for absolutely everybody. Most importantly, what that means is that it's participatory, including people from the very beginning of the process. And it differs from universal design in a couple of ways. And one of them is that the origin of inclusive design lives in the digital domain, where we have the flexibility and also the challenge of creating systems that can adapt and that can change based on you and your preferences. It's a one-size-fits-one solution. The origin, actually, of universal design is in the built environment, in architecture, where it's one-size-fits-all. So curb cut is the great analogy that people often use to talk about universal design. And in the built space, it's a one-size-fits-all approach. And so there's a little bit of that nuance there that allows inclusive to live in our realm.
Well, you are going to be talking about your inclusive design work at Microsoft at ConveyUX. In fact, that's the title, Inclusive Design at Microsoft. So why don't you just give us a little preview of the types of things that you'll be talking about and what we can expect to learn?
So inclusive as a methodology includes a process. It includes many places, including at Microsoft, a pretty significant culture change in the way that we work as researchers, designers, engineers, PMs, everyone across the board. So I'm going to be talking about what inclusive design is, how it works at Microsoft with a few case studies, challenges that we've experienced, ways that we've overcome those challenges in both the product design process and in our culture change efforts, ways that we've seen a lot of success moving forward. I'll also be sharing practical tools that we use. We have several published external tools that have been made public to help others learn about inclusive that I'd love to share and also get feedback on moving forward to continue to create an enhancement in our work.
All right, great. Well, this is definitely an area that I'm interested in, so I'm looking forward to seeing your talk when the conference starts up. So thanks for participating in this preview, and we'll see you at the conference.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Margaret. Bye-bye.
Bye.